And Chris, and police don't have any suspects in custody at this point. Let me give you a look at the ongoing investigation right now. JSO tells me they are canvassing this neighborhood, looking for possible witnesses and more information. Mark and Paige, they tell me that the mother was actually trying to drive the baby to the hospital herself. Let me walk over and try to give you a better view, if we can, of the boat. It's across the river there. Attorney for the building's owners tells me that tree is actually grown to about 15 feet high, and the fines the owners owe are pretty high as well. $250 a day. They say that's standing in the way of getting this eyesore fixed. And those protests today certainly drew a crowd as you take a look at the scene outside the courthouse right now. A bit of a break.
ES47 Action News at 5.
Right now, a local baby girl is being treated for severe burns.
The 1-year-old was badly burned by coffee. Action News' Samuel King is live on the west side tonight. Sam, 2 good Samaritans had to jump in to help this child.
Mark and Paige, they tell me that the mother was actually trying to drive the baby to the hospital herself. They say they saw her drive frantically down Collins Road toward US 17 until they persuaded her to pull into this parking lot right here.
Out here when I told her to pull over.
Jolene Carlton and Zuri Love could tell something was wrong when they saw the woman jump these railroad tracks as she tried to drive to a nearby hospital. Once they stopped her, the women learned the baby girl had been badly burned by coffee.
Grandma had put a hot cup of coffee on the table, turned around to get a Pop-Tart for baby, and baby pulled the cup of coffee down on her.
This cell phone video shows a medical helicopter landing at the 84 Lumber store to rush the baby to UF Health Gainesville. The women say the girl is being treated for second-degree burns. Did she tell you why she decided not to go ahead and call 911 from where she was and why she decided to drive the baby herself?
She was in panic mode. She honestly, before we pulled up, I got off the phone with Grandma, and Grandma said that they were in panic mode. She don't know what she would have done if I wouldn't have made them pull over.
The women actually ended up driving the mother to Gainesville and tried to comfort her along the way. The women tell me they don't consider themselves heroes, just mothers.
Just an act of kindness, honestly. If I was in her shoes, I would want someone else. For us, yeah.
JSO is investigating this incident, but we're told they believe it is an accident at this point. Reporting live on the west side, Samuel King, CBS 47 Action News.
The city of Jacksonville could be on the hook for millions of dollars in extra health care costs.
City leaders are concerned that too many part-time employees are racking up extra hours. CBS 47 Action News reporter Samuel King is live at City Hall. And Samuel, you've been tracking how much taxpayer money is really at stake here.
Paige and Mark, apparently this all began last year, according to these documents I obtained today, and that concern continues right now. Worries the city could be liable for $16 million in penalties if this issue isn't addressed. Emails between employee services managers detail that 3 months into the fiscal year, a number of part-time city employees are exceeding their hours. A wide range of employees from City Hall to the county courthouse are covered by an ordinance that limits part-time employees to 25 hours per week. But some are working more than 40 hours. That means the city may be required to provide health care benefits to those employees next year, something city officials want to avoid. Of course, private businesses are doing the same thing, but some taxpayers we spoke with in San Marco questioned the trend.
And without benefits, they can't survive. They've got to move on. They've got to work 2 jobs. We're affecting the families.
If you're putting in that much effort, 40 hours a week, and you don't get any of the benefits, then, it's not right.
Some taxpayers I spoke with didn't want to talk on camera, but say the city shouldn't have to pay an extra dime if it doesn't have to. Now, I've been exchanging phone calls and emails with members of the Brown administration trying to figure out exactly how many employees we're talking about here when it comes to this issue and what the city plans to do moving forward. Within the past 15 minutes, they got back to me, said they're still working on those specifics, and when they give them to me, I'll have those answers for you. Reporting live at City Hall tonight, Samuel King, CBS 47 Action News.
Big safety changes are coming to a bus stop surrounded by road construction, and it's all because of an Action News investigation.
Action News investigator Samuel King is live in Clay County. And Samuel, we asked JTA why riders were forced to walk through that construction zone there just to get to the bus.
Paige and Mark, that stop is very difficult to get to. It's right behind me here. You can see that there's dirt and maybe even mud here when it actually rains. Now, JTA tells me the bus stop was here before the construction, but they didn't take action to really move this stop, to really address this issue until we started asking questions. FDOT is widening lanes along US 17 in Orange Park to help ease the traffic crunch. In the meantime, the project and the concrete barriers that come with it is causing headaches for some drivers.
People try to squeeze to the lane next to them. They won't ride right next to them. You see people swerving away from them all the time.
JTA recently launched its X4 Express bus service from Clay County to downtown Jacksonville. One of the stops ended up being right in the middle of the construction zone. JTA tells me the construction didn't have an impact on the stop until a few days ago, but until we brought it to their attention, passengers still had to either navigate through the construction or find a different stop.
My aunt works at the mall, but she has to go and catch another bus stop, which makes her have to walk a little further.
You think you'd move it safer for people, safer for traffic, less things people have to think about when it's already a well-occupied road.
JTA will temporarily move the stop down the road until the project is finished. The move those in the area say is overdue.
I think that would definitely be a safer way. I mean, because this stuff and this equipment has been out here.
And the signage for that new stop is already up. It's set to formally be the temporary stop on Monday, but until then, this bus stop will still be technically active. Reporting live in Orange Park tonight, Samuel King, CBS 47 Action News.
Tonight.